So we'll move on to one of the feature races on Thursday because, I mean, this used to be subpar compared to the Stairs Hurdle, but I think now the Ryanair is actually quite a tasty little race. I've made my thoughts clear on Alaho in this market from a long time out when we did some like further anti-post prices with him. It's probably not going to change. So I think that Alaho is a Ryanair horse. Maybe the more of these videos that I do, the less I'm thinking he's bad value because, like, who really is going to go and beat Alaho? But I'll stick as that. There's a couple of horses that potentially, I don't know. I'm just looking at the market on here now. I think maybe Bet365 have gone non-run and no bet on the championship races because they've gone blue on everything for the Ryanair, which is semi-annoying because, well, say semi-annoying. It's probably quite well timed actually because there are some horses in here that potentially could be Gold Cup bound that might end up coming here. There could be some champion chases that might end up coming here, but it obviously makes a difference to bits of value. Maybe throwing me a little bit off there, but like Alaho should win it, shouldn't he? I missed the boat because he wasn't a massive price. I don't think there's anything I'd really want to be taking him on with. I don't think Shamblu that we could potentially talk about in other races would come to a Ryanair. I don't see what the preference would be, but I just think Alaho probably. The more they do these previews, as much as I said I didn't think it was very good value, the closer we get to it, 9-4 about Alaho doesn't look a terrible price. I know there's the layoff thing, but he's the one, and he. Darryl, what do you make of the race?
I can't really make heads or tails of it at the moment. I thought I was worried about Alaho going here fresh. They're sending him straight here fresh. I've always been of the impression that Alaho is a horse that gets better with each run. Normally that he needs to run, and he gets better. So expecting the similar performance to last year would probably be a bit foolish. I don't know. He's beaten most of what's going to line up, so it is very difficult to try and take him on. I haven't got a selection for this race at the moment, so I will be leaving it alone. But it does look the most likely winner. I would just be concerned about him going there fresh. Now, I know Willie Mullins is not going to, before anyone says it on the comments, I know Willie Mullins is not going to send him there, undercooked. He's going to have him as well prepared as he can. But there's no fitness like match fitness, is there? So, I don't know. It's interesting. But there's no... These are all very good horses, but they're all just below that top level, aren't they? Alaho could... he's a grade one horse in his own right, isn't he? Be hard pushed, I think, to say that about a few others in here. In terms of winning grade ones, they can run in, but so
So I'll give you one now because obviously those prices have changed at Bet365. I was just checking a couple of them. I was looking for ones that I think Bet365, to be fair, when they go non-run and no bet, are fairly stupid with it now. Like they look at the ones that admittedly are overpriced. Well, they're overpriced for a reason when it's not non-run and no bet because they might not come here. But then when they shorten some up, then they make it semi-interesting. That actually, I would like the reason why I've brought it in now is because we've talked about this horse before. But Hitman, I know Nichols swerves Cheltenham because he just wants to win grade twos at Aintree that are classed as grade ones. But Hitman, Bet365 have made 16 to 1 poke. You can still get 50s with Paddy Power and Betfair. So the perk of Paddy Power and Betfair is you'll still have the cash out offer, even if they change it to non-run and no bet. So you'd think he's an automatic shortener. Hitman, obviously the last couple of runs, that Howden Gold Cup was over 2 and a bit. It looked like he was travelling like a travelling thing, was going to absolutely bolt him, didn't he? And he didn't. And then they ran him in the Tingle Creek, which arguably was actually quite a good run because I've always thought this horse did want a bit further. Do you reckon, if we're talking, like, again, I'm just loosely using this as something as an insight for people that may not be thinking about it, 50s, Paddy Power Betfair with the option for a cash out, reasonable or not? Not really. That's at you, Darryl. Oh, you hate it.
Oh, Dave. Dave, you're tipping the handicapper in the grade one.
He's a 160 rated horse.
It's just shit.
No, it's not.
I mean, officially he's by the handicapper. Well, anywho, I'm still saying it out loud there. Anyone that's like a little bit tempted to shove a little bounce like to maybe just get some value, even though it's not going to probably run, I'd squeeze him in there. Jamie, what do you make of it then? Because me and Darren...
Alaho wins, move on.
Alaho wins, move on. Happy days. There'll be a link for the Stairs Hurdle, if not Google YouTube for the Stairs Hurdle.